Oh my gosh, hey y'all. I haven't done an introduction in so long. I haven't done a video in so long. I'm so sorry. So I'm just making this real quick. So today we're gonna be making these little cute jeans. I've been seeing them on Instagram. And yeah, I just wanted to make a pair for so long. So yeah, let's make them. Let's get into the video. Oh, check out my Instagram, of course, if y'all want to. It's at the Nadia Howard. My Snapchat is also at the Nadia Howard. My Depop is also at the Nadia Howard, and yeah, that's basically it. Let's get into the video. All right, let's do this. So I have my two pairs of pants, and this is my first pair. It's kind of tight, and I suggest using a bigger pair for your base pants. I did not do that, and it's tight when I made it. Yeah, here's my second pair. I hope they're relative in size. That will make it so much easier for you, but if not, then there's adjustments you can make. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna, boom, turn them inside out, baby. All right, boom. And then we're gonna cut straight across on the base pair of pants, and also about an even size, like maybe a little higher up on the second pair of pants. But make sure they're like close to the same length, if that makes any sense. You see how it's like even? Make sure it's like that. That'll just make it easier for you when you're attaching them. But you definitely want like to leave enough of the second pair so that it will be long enough to fit your legs. You also will have your stacked part, but yeah, you just want to make sure that's long enough, and you're not wearing no high waters, because we're not doing all this to rock no high waters. Anyways, moving on. If the bottom part of pants number one, the part that you cut, which is also your base pair, if that is too like doesn't fit the size of pants number two, then you're gonna have to like sew to make them be the same size, if that makes any sense. You're gonna see it's gonna make more sense, but like you just want it to be the same size. You see I'm not measuring it so it's even, and sometimes like I don't want the bottom part to be bigger than the other part. Like I don't want the stacked part to be bigger than the other part. You see, I just like measured it and then cut it, and then I'm just gonna sew it together, and then I'm gonna attach it on. I promise y'all, it's not complicated. Then we're just gonna cut the zipper part off, just leave enough space to like have seam allowance. Yeah, sorry, I can't talk. Yeah, but yeah, leave enough space to have seam allowance, and then we're also gonna cut off the little belt loops. We're gonna reattach them later, but just cut off the bottom part of the belt loop so you have enough space to cut. See, now I have all my pieces detached, blah blah blah. I'm gonna flip them inside out, which is the way I want them, and then I'm gonna attach them all together. And yeah, that's gonna be the first part. Of course, you can always hand sew everything I do, but I use the sewing machine, and yeah, I just sewed on the top, like a top stitch. I don't really know what it's called in sewing terms, but yeah, that's all I did. All right, and this is my first pant leg sewn on. It looks nice and cute, inside out, cute. There we go. I failed to mention this earlier, but the reason my colors are different is because I use two different color pair of jeans. But of course, if you want it to look just like the picture, you can use the same color jeans, but I just didn't have the same color jeans. All right, both legs are done, and now it's time for the side strap. Okay, so to do this, you want to make sure you cut about an inch from each side, like each part of the side seam, and you cut all the way up to the top, and that's going to be your strap. You see, I cut all the way up to the top, both sides. Now my pant leg is like split open. All right, once you cut both straps, you're ready to sew them together. You're going to make sure your piece you're sewing back on to connect your pants is flipped the correct way, while the rest of your pants is still flipped inside out. Yeah, and then you're just going to sew it and connect it. But when you get to a certain part, you're going to have to like stop and then hand sew like halfway through the jeans. Yeah, so just leave a little gap so you can just hand sew the rest. I use a zigzag stitch. But yeah, as you can see, like you have to stop halfway through, and then just because all the fabric couldn't fit under my sewing machine, so I have to stop here and just hand sew that little piece up, and then hand sew any little holes I missed. And yeah, that's it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the side of your pants sewn on and connected. You're gonna sew on the top zipper part, and yeah, I just pinned it and then sewed it. It just makes it so much easier when you pin first. Yeah, I used the same zigzag stitch, and it came out so good. I'm so excited. And here it is. Now you can do the little final touch-ups, like sewing on the belt loops if you want to, and then also flipping the the pockets on the inside of the jeans and putting them to the outside of the jeans if you want to, but I didn't feel like doing all that. So yeah, I'm done.